VCT Pacific, this is the match to watch. PRX are on a lose streak in stage 1 right now, but they have finally added Patman to this roster.
Yeah, and we'll see how he's going to go. Obviously a big step up from him coming in from the tier 2 scene and joining a Titan like PRX, but they need to turn around their 2025 and they've got almost no room for error.
Now there is a lot of history between the two teams that are playing today. We got BOOM Esports on the other side. All the Indonesian players and the coaches know each other for years at this point. Now BOOM, this Ascension team was the runner-up and they have been winning all their stage 1 games on the other hand. To have all these guys facing off today, this is going to be huge. If they win today, they have qualified for playoffs, and they're going to be the first team to qualify for playoffs.
Yeah, they shouldn't be here, really, but they are, and they've grasped the opportunity with both hands. Underdogs no more, a 2-0 start, yet to drop a map in stage 1. It's crazy. You asked me this at the start of the year, who I would have thought would be the favorite in this game, and I wouldn't be giving you the answer I'm giving you today. But these guys have been looking incredibly dominant, incredibly smooth, and a win today locks them into that playoffs, which is what we're all aiming for.
And we see the coaches, we heard from them earlier, Alex and Six Fingers. Oh, it's Mind Freak! Coach Mind Freak, what's up?
I like it.
In mid, but the other guys over at long will be.
Yeah, it's a bit of a duo stack as well. You've got Shiro right up at the back, but still at least a bit of a trade from Jing, and then to flash out, create the pressure down B long.
Yeah, but you don't necessarily need to see PRX keep on going with this one. You know, one of the approaches in running the double duelist is even though that they do lose something here, there's still going to be options for them. Jing can still run out with that Blaze as well. You know, I look towards what PRX are running here, and we can potentially see some parallels to the likes of 100 Thieves, who will play Arsena on the Neon instead of the Phoenix here for Jing.
So those double duelists definitely possibly coming in handy, but as well, you know, this composition, especially Jing on the Phoenix, is something that PRX are really familiar with. Now doubling back in towards V-Link, but Famous gets ahead.
Yeah, Famous back on his jet. You know, it's one of those agents that you would usually assume he's very capable with. This time looking the wrong way, though, and he'll pay the price.
It's pretty interesting, isn't it? We've seen Famous on the Neon so far now, but back in Ascension last year on the jet. But this time getting dicked out by Jing. A quad being picked up on the pistol.
Could be in for the ace to start off the affairs of PRX here. NC Slasher, though, salvos, and a Ghost in hand. This is all going to come down to what angles he can isolate and what shots he might be able to hit.
Jing looking a lot more comfortable. He's online for the ace as well, and receiving first contact, spots him out, and there it is! The ace to kick things off for PRX.
Shut that one down. This time, though, up very quietly towards B long. And now they explode.
Stars might reveal their intention, so maybe Famous quite aware, but still getting taken out quickly by the sharpshooting from the PRX members. Now down to the last 3 from BOOM. They are somewhere hovering nearby.
Yeah, of course, no one really close to any ultimates. Quite expensive ones on the side of BOOM. Okay. See if they can get any shots out here, but the hunt is certainly on for PRX.
Wow, even pushed them all the way far back into spawn. Prowlers revealing their location. Forsaken with the Ghost, of course, he hears everything, and he will collect everything as well!
We don't like that if you're flashing yourself, Jing.
Just for a tiny second, so at least for now, it's still not the worst thing in the world, but there are a lot of Killjoy traps on the site itself.
Steel Garden in.
Blaze Wall as well. So trying to get that pinch on, trying to get the spike planted as soon as possible. Jing with a run it back will continue pushing down a single lane. Berserk though holds down Halls with a lone shorty. Something tries to deal with him, will be able to do just that, but not before.
Got another.
Yeah, he took down a second player. PRX now working at a numbers disadvantage, and the site is too hot for them to get the spike planted. Divide trying to provide some assistance, but that smoke goes a little bit too deep. Shiro and Famous have already gone past the sidelines. It's just something left now. Fake gate crash as well, but the spike still down. The stealth drone has spotted him out. This round is quite possibly over unless a miracle is pulled out of the hat.
Yeah, you just don't want to see BOOM give him individual jewels.
He's got no util as well, Komodo.
Very difficult.
And speaking of how disciplined BOOM has been, look at this!
30 seconds left.
No individual duels Famous holding the angle, spots out the shoulder, headshot. Being, you know, studied PRX in the past, possibly. Of course, their most recent matchup was like 3 years ago.
I mean, talk about study. How much study can you get from a 13-1?
It's been a while, but you know, they are, you know, both Indonesian teams, somewhat Indonesian players both sides, at least right now though. Forsaken trying to create a little bit of pressure, feeling some heat himself, getting taken out. Meanwhile, the site getting fired back as well. Forsaken though, with this Phantom pickup, will continue to push through.
And because it's a 2 versus 4 at the moment, Famous has to bring out the Blade Storm because the Outlaw is going to be that distant gun.
If he can find the right position for it at least, but look at PRX.
Yeah, they've pilfered these guns as well, right? So now they're playing with Phantom, Vandal. We've seen Forsaken really be picking up the Phantom lately, and how damaging he's going to be able to be with that one. So this might be a bit of a thrifty to come through PRX's way.
Well, at least they haven't quite sussed out Famous's position just yet. He has a slight opportunity, possibly, but he has to be very careful as well. The Nebula blocking so much of it off. DOS9 arriving right on time as well. Famous clears the angle, spots out Jing, has to back off.
Needed that shot, honestly. Time to be bought with the Blaze.
Okay. Can DOS9 pull a rabbit out of the hat? Not quite. It's going to be Divide with the Sheriff shot instead. Famous now goes for the peek, but Jing in with a flash as well.
I mean, it's not an agent that we usually associate with him whatsoever, right?
Oh, bit of a pop flash as well. So now PRX looking to exploit the mid lanes.
It was just Berserks though, and he did have the Sheriff, right? Because Famous now has the Operator. I wonder if PRX are going to be ready for this.
Would have to. Famous currently leading with 19 kills on the op right now, but instantly dealt with by something. Look at how he pilots that Yoru. Gate crashes all the way towards the back and throws it off sight lines.
I wouldn't be surprised if they want to just grab that Operator and go for a save here as Boom.
Heat up, very much so.
Different positions though with the utility. Shiro, he repositions over into this mid-con area. You did see the hot hands go out from Jing. It cleared where DOS is playing.
Suppression Blade though spots everything out. Good little flash, but is it going to be enough? They know where DOS9 is. Patman will go in for the pinch. A little bit of utility as well, just to push Enchi Slasher off, but still trying to force it through. Famous will find a bit of a trade as he takes someone down up B long.
But now there's a gap in the map, right? Berserks has to fall back a little bit, play on the back of his utility that is still active. That turret, it's not spotting out anything, so he can absolutely play comfortable at this right lane. And Patman, oh Patman, the gun barrel, I think it was just spotted. I'm not 100% sure, but it doesn't matter, because now it's all on Forsaken.
This is the worst spot for the spike to be dropped in, okay.
But now it's heard, right? 30 seconds to go. The turret has been recalled. Forsaken's going to get in towards the site. There's a nano to buy time.
That's exactly what I mean. And all he's got is just this sheer wall where currently placed. Might just give him some information. Arc Rose back in, repositions, and now that's where he gets spotted out. It's Boom recognizing PRX playing this double duelist composition, trying to work around B-Link as well, but now back into it. A bit of B-Long pressure. Famous back in with the up, and he continues to lead, and up kills! A second one going through! A bit of a re-peek, slightly whizzed right past by, and Jing will be able to escape with his life, but still pinned down around this pillar.
I don't know if they spotted DOS getting in towards the corner. They can't really flush him out, though, unless you want to try and invest a hot hands and play along the line.
I don't know. I don't think...
So far, though, Famous, his damage is done, right? 2 opening kills, a creep up behind the Nebula.
Oh, man. Still trying to go in off of it. At least the Blaze kind of healing him back up for just a bit, but Famous instantly deals with it using the shorty. Shira off towards B-Link.
That's going to be huge for a post plant if he doesn't get it off the spike.
Wow. Smokes off, and it is Boom trying to look for a possible sheer wall, but instantly sprayed down by Patman and Gang. So Boom having to respect a bit of this space now.
Yep. Creep on up, as saying the sheer can protect them in art. You've got the Thorns as well. Whilst nerfed, will still buy a little bit of time. Straight out of the wall, there's the Thorns. So it really comes down to this 50 seconds for Boom. Do they stay and wait to explode out onto this A site? Not the worst idea, and they're going to go for it.
Will PRX be able to hold? Patman in with the off angle. Tries to hold towards stairs as well. Bit of burst through, and that's going to be that. Patman in with the quad. What a debut. I mean, a lot of players on the other side, though. The jump peak. Can he sustain himself?
There's the ult, there's the C's as well. So time to be bought, but you're going to funnel them in towards Jing.
Does he have it? It is Famous with the up, and he shuts Jing down again!
Yeah, he's on the dry line, just not expecting them to be positioned in connector when you 100% would have to assume so. It's dirty. You cannot just waltz out there as Jing, as a solo player, into a question-marked number. There could have been 5 Boom members at that spot.
No flash either, so it's really unfortunate, but at least Patman will be able to answer the Pat signal. Continues to hold the angle as well, but here it comes. It's going to be dueling mechanics. Divide in for additional support as well. Something arriving around B long, but it's going to be PRX finding that pinch from towards the back of B Link, pushing up in towards A main.
It's the double duelists that are both 6 kills, right? They're not really too impactful in this game so far. 0.53 in A main.
And the sheer wall instantly tripped. Famous on a bit of a journey with this judge currently.
Yeah, do they expect him to be pushed through connector? The Prowler goes into him, and the Prowler has just seen Famous, by the way, so they're very targeted on him here.
Run it back, suss out the judge, but here comes Patman as well. Now to hold the angle, Divine finds the frag against Famous, just Shiro left. In with a Sheriff, tries to peek back out from connector, gets shut down, PRX.
Rex is picked.
Oh my god, and PRX decide to push without stopping a single beat. The salvos will slow them down, but Jing happy to fire back. Divide with the support as well, but what is the spray transfer from Shiro? A bit of presence found by Forsaken, but now smoked off around stairs. He continues to creep through though. Position not quite found, Shiro lets him slip. And DOS9 will pay the price. Forsaken collects with the triple.
Pretty much. Back on this operator line as well. Seen a couple of those lopsided shots from something. That's better.
Good flick. And that deters any more peeks from Boom further down this B position. Into B Link though, and that's where Patman takes a hit. Jing now has to come up huge, and he does! The double picked up! Thorns instantly tripped, and he's gonna look to top himself off with the hot hands. Forsaken for additional support. The spike on the ground. Famous looking to pick it up, has the Bucky, and he fires off a shot! Pump action indeed.
He wants one more. If he could get his blades up here, there's a chance if PRX give him all of these 1v1s.
Forsaken though with this angle, really tight. It's not gonna be doable for Famous, even if he does peek through.
He wants the other gun. He wants to get the Sheriff, the sidearm. I don't know if he got it. I don't think he did.
Don't think so. So still with the Bucky, he tries again, but shut down by Divide and Superstitions themselves, but at least for now, needing to read the map incredibly well. Divide does have the Cosmic Divide. It is Boom on a bit of thrifty though.
If this round does go PRX's way, you will have the Armageddon on NC Slasher as well as the lockdown, unless you want to try and get them in this round where you now have a player advantage.
The pistol kill.
This will push something off the line. They know that the operator is around this A site, but do they know that mid is being crept up on by PRX?
Frag toss as well. DOS9 low HP back in towards
they
mid
do invest the
window.
lockdown.
Oh,
what a
spots out
shot.
the next DOS9.
He saw Forsaken. He saw him as well.
And that's a lot of info. Lockdown investment might find its return right now. Armageddon pushes PRX even further, and that's Famous with the blades. A lot of space being collected on by Boom. Just 2 players out from PRX to convert this entire round. Is it doable? Not quite! Justify left, and he's spotted out by the back, knives in towards the neck of Defy. Famous finds the round. The final score at this match, 13-10. Against Gen G just 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, well, this looks like it might be a bit of a quicker one over towards the A site. Berserk's down on the lurk with the mid creep up from PRX. So you wait out these Thorns, and then you just call it go time.
Thorn setup does buy time, allows for something to find that pinch in through the smokes. Though, ooh, Patman, a little bit of a tricky spot, but at least his teammates are right around the corner to bail him out. Famous, trying to stay alive, trying to do as much damage as possible, holds out the curveball and out.
Yeah, we'll see how much damage something is going to be able to find in this one. He's got a bit of his teammates with him as well. Of course, so far, Mr. Quack, so good. No plant able either.
Yeah, a little bit of a duck hunt, especially the Marshall in play, but still Famous able to fire back with that classic. Some damage being done to PRX's economy. Forsaken in with the Ghost again, though. He had a quad from before. Can he find another one in this round? It's going to be Patman who does quite a bit of damage to Famous, but oh, he answers back still.
He has to use the runner back here if he favors his chances, right? He'd get his HP back off it.
Has to get into a good enough position to pop it off, though, at least. Yeah. So I would gamble that Boathouse is great.
45 seconds to play with.
Might be wondering where the spike is as well.
You'll know where the spike is, but the problem is the weapon.
He's holding on to that running back. He's just
on
going
the
to
right
go
line.
for
Yeah. Oh, wrong timing though. In this round to absolutely destroy what Boom are trying to set up. And yes, I know it's a bit of a savvy eco, but this could be huge for padding stats.
Does DOS9 turn around? Not quite.
DOS dead first again.
Dink sees Prowler. Forsaken looking to parkour his way in towards a multi-kill. It's going to be a double at least. Maybe a bit of a weapon handed over onto Boom, but Famous now looking to create more pressure onto the site. The blaze wall, the flashes, but something answers. Shorty in hand, repositions to a closer angle. Meanwhile, across the map, Berserks.
Yeah, Berserks has lurked. If this was, you know, a more impactful round where you could potentially find the winning timing, yeah, amazing. You can't really do anything now that you've been spotted out by Patman, except dispatch of him, but you could not find any space for NC Slasher here.
Fair enough, just to build more points towards that ult, but PRX locking down these, not even the quiet creep up.
Yeah, but look who's on the line, it's something, and he's already found one kill. At least there's a trade, I will admit, but some rotations and some settling down.
Yes.
Devi is at the B site.
Swatted down, Devi to anchor. Forsaken to check as well. The 0 point will call it clear. Well, that was an across the map 0 point from Patman, who holds down the line up around tree. So Cat is being blocked off now. Does Boom come back in to challenge?
Big duel for the newcomer to PRX to win there, and he wants more.
Underhand toss, he tops in. Jing with the additional support. That is very lovely coming out from PRX. Well called. The spike down on the ground. DOS9 to try to do some damage, but Jing. Much for PRX if they begin to overcook a little bit though. They did leave B a little bit open, but happy to refill back in. Now continuing to hold off mid in case anyone crosses. It's something. Double found. Continuing to hold the angle again. Forsaken to re-peek back into its B main. Confirms Boom's positioning. Smoked off once again. Fragment at his feet. Shot through the smoke.
And now NC Slasher.
Trying to play and stay alive close to the spike. Flashed and fleshed over to the other position. Now slicing the angle. Patman finds him. The stray bullet catching his helmet. Off by Patman with that fragment.
He's just being such a deterrent though here, isn't he?
Still though, both teams looking to push on every lane. Now back in towards mid. The sheer wall tripped. Forsaken just making noise, making his presence known.
He tried to get some information spotting on top of it if anyone was close towards mid.
Does have to be careful though, because if Boom susses out that he is alone, they might be able to find that opportunity into the B side. Instead, Boom looking to collapse in towards A.
And you have to know that A main is dirty territory. You have to know that something has been pushing here every so often. You've got to watch for it, and they kind of do with Famous taking that position, but he loses his life. So 4-4, now looking for the post plant.
At least numbers found.
Devi as well here, Quack. One away from Steel Garden.
Boom just looking to keep themselves dug deep into the site. Something still back into the sight lines. Boom cannot give up their current positions. Meanwhile, the rest of the PRX B squad, they have to break through the door. Devi finds the first, but Berserks answers back. Now hopping off through, Forsaken will be able to find a collapsing shot. Berserks to answer back as well, but in with the shorty. It's going to be Jing who finds the double to clean up the round for PRX. That PRX has had so far, something just reinvests into another hop.
In amongst the site, in front of the sheer by yourself.
Looking to explode again. Where has Jing teleported to though? Not quite found just yet, and that's going to be the off angle exploited. Berserks to answer back. And now something. Trying to find something close range with the shorty. Meanwhile, the rest of the team looking to waterfall off. It's the Odin spam from Forsaken. Disgusting. The double found. Patman dropping down as well. But DOS9 now to hold inside of Hell. Can he drag them down with him? The spike not planted. And he's pretty much pinned down. Something looking for the shorty kill, and DOS9 knows it.
Oh, no
Still
way.
Close range op shot. Long while not quite pushing out aggressively.
Yeah. You have Devi with the stinger, of course, an operator to be heard for something who can challenge around this site. The flash gonna work a treat for Famous.
Goes in for the swing. Something, bit of a whiff as well. Now spots out Famous, but look at the movements!
Oh,
just sachets himself into the site. PRX, the rest of them looking to arrive on the scene. Patman alongside Forsaken, trying to spam their way through. The hunt sent out as well. No, it's a seize. So the tethers reveal positions, and Patman finds the quad. Some information. Reinforcements have arrived, but everything has been smoked off as well. Look at something, dives straight in towards Famous. The dive bomb exploding away happily. Shiro in with the shock dart as well, tries to track his head across, but something continues to flick.
Yeah.
Looks for the quad, but shut down right now.
Spike planted.
The spike will happily go down as well. Not much in terms of utility for Boom, just a paranoia as well as a dark cover. Market being blocked up as well. Not much can be done. NC Slasher for a bit of a trade. That should pretty much be it. DOS9 still trying to find as much as he can though, but Devi will happily tap away. Utility for the team, he's a controller after all. Famous finding his off back in against PRX, that's a double!
Yep, needs to heal though, 30 HP. At least it is an operator, so he can go for another challenge where PRX want to go quickly now into this A side.
Okay, shrouded steps past the door. Forsaken B hops in, gets the door down.
You could use Famous on this runner back as a glorified drone.
That's exactly what he's looking to do in alongside the rest of the team as well. But even as a sort of a drone, he finds a kill with a frenzy. Op shots fired back in. They know exactly where Jing is, and Jing looks to survive inside of hell. Smokes out, looks to peek through. Does find the first. Oh, but the shorty. Chances for Boom to try to really push this all the way through to overtime. Well, I mean, zero chances actually, but still. Okay. DOS9 digs himself deep into Wine. NC Slasher with the op this time. Will be able to block off Catwalk.
Yeah, would you expect that one? Shiro, though, onto Forsaken as well. Jing able to at least establish one, but no trades. So Boom will hold player advantage ×2. And they just have to make sure that they don't drop this one from here. Good crossfire in through mid on the back of the alarm bot.
Discipline in positions still. Pop flashed over. Shiro peeks. And Devi and Patman happy to take this B site. Spike down now.
Two very nicely calculated 2v1 duels there, by the way.
NC Slasher could possibly swap the weapon over onto a rifle if they are to go for this retake, but Devi happy to read, pushing further on through as well.
The Shear's just going to give up all the information. You know the flank is where it's coming from, and you're just going to play protected at the back of the site, because time is your friend now as PRX.
Fragment 2. So Salvos block off stairs, special delivery, and he's looking to find a bit more space, maybe looking to pick them off. PRX cannot make a single mistake. Devi with the peek out though.
Can't miss a shot here, Quack.
Now on a one-on-one, Patman holding, listening for the drop. The op still a very lethal threat. Hops on over with a shorty, and Patman creates more space in between him and his opponent just to bring the scoreline over the finishing line. Scoreline is going to be 13-8.
Booble and RRQ from memory running it like last times, but still really rare. Comfort pick for Berserks. Though, Boom, on this attack, already starting to clear out Arcade, getting up towards Tower, something dispatched of, first casualty.
And pulls the rotations completely over. Still though, oh, this is two players now stuck inside of Tower, but quickly dealt with as Famous tries to slide his way through. Now Jing answering back from Canteen, but at the same time, NC Slasher with that classic finds the right clicks. DOS9 just...
His KO, his breach here is something that he's hopefully going to be quite proficient on.
Specifically breach, it is his, you know, most played agent in recent history, but still, that remains to be seen as PRX tries to rotate their way over. Of course, though, Berserk's happy to lock down this entire lane with his Marshall online for the ace now. But something is still nowhere to be found. In fact, just hiding up around Canteen in a little corner behind the sky smoke, but...
Ace.
Oh.
Ace. Ace.
You see him just making a bit of noise.
He was seen.
Mini-map at least. Famous trying to give him the ace, and there it is! Berserks to collect on it.
Team spreading the kills. But this is their bonus round, right? This is the one where PRX have the better weaponry. This is the round that they should be winning.
Could even be both, but at least PRX currently pushing out tree, spotted that everything is clear, now has to hold in towards the B site. Jing as well as Patman able to anchor in towards Arcade though, pushing past the smoke. Jing with the stimmy. He's still going on a bit of a tear until he drops down. Forsaken to collect from Tower. Their own Forsaken on the Bucky. He's just positioned up towards a main now, picking up the alt orb.
Yeah. Overdrive available if needed. Could see something sneaky with the fault line from Patman ready. Forsaken a call, they'll rip on that one. And it is going to come on out.
Oh, shoulder jiggle.
Trap. We've seen this before. I think we saw 2 casualties.
Alt combos and the stealth drone out towards tree as well now. Here comes Forsaken with the overdrive, but he's shut down by DOS9. Berserk's finding a frag in towards the B side as well. So it's just Devi trying to hold the off angle. He's been smoked off. Does have an arc rose to play with, and that's the flash, but he flashes himself as well! Oh, what a blunder! Something has to come up huge. 1 on 3, he takes down the first. Does have some utility to work off of, but not quite a lot of health. Holds and hugs the wall.
Oh, they've snuck out, haven't they?
Sneaks in, and the stun reveals his positioning. You don't quite have the position to pull off the salvos either now, so you're flushed out. But he fires his hands! What is that from something? 1 apiece, and he gets the triple to collect the round up for PRX. Don't
need your standard sort of wall in, overdrive can throw a bit of a spanner into the works of this one, and hope that you don't undo the wrong bolt at the moment.
Okay, well, at least PRX going for that pinch again, and it's going to be a bit of an anti-position played by Boom. They try to flash themselves back into play, but something barrels through. The trade protocols are there for PRX, and it's just DOS9 stunned up.
Yeah, we got to remember, Forsaken, he tried to do everything there, but the counter Neon in Famous is what I'm trying to highlight here, and it's just a little bit too late.
A little bit shy in terms of timing, but still not undoable. Does pick up the frag and the spike. Has an opportunity to find his way into a site. The question is, which one is it going to be?
I like that Devi and Jin recognize that it's a 2 versus 1, and you can play to the strengths. You go towards the B site because Famous, well, if he goes towards B, you've got all your utility, but more importantly here, Quack, it's the numbers game.
Yes.
You play to the percentages, which is what PRX need.
I love that you highlight that, Komodo, but I am also very much so reminded of a very similar scenario that we saw last week against Munchkin. They had numbers. It also kind of fell by the wayside. Can PRX prove everyone wrong this time? Spike will go down.
This ain't no Haven though, Quack. That's the thing. No dark cover. Fame is 1 versus 2. Only his gun and his sprint.
Still positioned up top.
Timing.
PRX creeping forward, now spotted. Famous knows exactly where to look. The spike will get defused as PRX smokes himself. Exactly what is happening. The adjustments coming in from Boom in terms of the macro game. PRX though trying to get ahead of it as well, but we do have a slight repeat of the zipline incident from years ago. Now,
hey, at least it isn't everybody.
yes, Boom still stopped in their tracks, and that is the main story of what's happening in this round.
Yeah.
Davis though, trying to create some presence of his own while the Bravo squad heads over onto the A site. Something quickly deals with the early presence made known, and then a bit of a trade coming out from Jing. DOS9 to trade up his own as well, now looking for the opportunity to sneak into the site.
Yeah,
Hatman alone to hold. He does have Jing right by him, but look at that spray. A bit of a trade coming out from Jing, and that's gonna be the double kill to end the round. Smoke off Boom's advances, and then the trade protocols coming back through into it. So Boom trying to find some adjustments. They got a bit of a half by now, bunching up towards A main.
Great shot.
PRX holds long range, reading their attempts at a play as well. Salvos though, and Forsaken looking to meet right Famous head-to-head off to the other end in towards A main. The entire PRX squad. This question that we do have to ask, because right now in this very round, if PRX doesn't find a round, this could be it. Boom. Very much comfortable in their sights. A little bit of a flash out though, and Forsaken tries to answer back.
Yeah.
Sprays through the smokes and does find a double. A bit of an opportunity for PRX to answer back.
You gotta remember, bullets through smokes can be traced. 2-player advantage for PRX at the moment, and you know, Quack, the Boomer, gonna give this one a crack.
Happy to, but Patman, recognizing that as well, holds the position. Famous in with the Outlaw now, spots out Forsaken. DOS9 taking that opportunity to peek out. Famous now finding the trade, and both Neons kick things into high gear. Forsaken off towards the other line, expects
This utility that they're yet to utilize.
And it's still a really tough game for PRX, and this is where I do kind of want to bring up a point of discussion. You know, I know people have talked about this before, but someone might need to step up in terms of leadership for the team.
Yeah, that's what I said a little bit earlier, right? And how do you do that in a round such as this, where your entryway in Forsaken is gone, right? A contact play up main. Boom happy enough to play probably retake here.
Yeah, Orbital in the hands of DOS9. Famous still happy to re-peek with a lot of these angles as well. At least PRX, though, doing their due diligence to try and block them off.
Ready for a stun for NC Slasher to Orbital Strike Combine. And that's red and at least dodged on the side itself.
30 seconds left, and you're starting to feel that pressure. Will PRX crumble, or will they stand tall? Something at least tries to fend them off. But DOS9 to punch right back.
Rolling Thunder in and be really good here.
Hatman trying to get the best possible timing for it. Stunned and concussed up. He's just waiting for the go signal. There it goes. Unfortunately though, Boom, they've avoided most of it. Famous coming out from the A main position. Patman trying to slow him down. In with the sprays, Jing with the support, and that's PRX being able now. Last breath, last stand as they buy up. Guardians, bit of a Vandal for Davai, but still, as they try to push their way into the site. Orbital Strike at hand as well. Famous re-peaks with the Outlaw. Forsaken answer back. But now, a lot of the site being smoked off. Something has to hold up towards the top, but Shiro trading right back. Numbers advantage somewhat, but NC Slasher has an angle. Petman at least to spike down, waiting for the fault line to come back alive. Forsaken has to play a very careful jiggle because he's pretty much sandwiched in. Flashed out.
There's salvos now.
And a lot more as well. Tries to flush Patman out of position. Here comes that fault line. Forsaken springs! Looks for the slide in! And that's the Guardian to keep PRX alive.
The knee in this one, you got an orbital, you got a lockdown, you're getting closer to an overdrive.
Not even taking full knee either, because they're happy to go in for that scuffle against PRX. Forsaken, though, looking to collect as much as possible. He needs as much as possible for the rest of the map. You can see it all written over his face in the previous player cam. The situation is tense right now, Komodo.
Yeah. But it's okay. This is one of those rounds for PRX that they should be winning with 5 alive.
Should be.
And they may. Hey, they may.
12-9 and Boom looking to hold for exits at least. Something beginning to peek out. We'll spot out DOS9.
Yep. And the thing is, it does more damage in these scenarios to PRX than it would to Boom, right? Because they already have the ults for the players that are alive. There's one gun down. So one is the pass mark. You'll be importantly here, Quack pushed out Tree and seen no contest from PRX. So this is going to be one of those full retake rounds for Boom.
Especially with that possible lockdown as well, as long as Berserks goes undiscovered, but now spotted out by Jing, so lockdown gone. But you do have a player up towards spawn. Jakey, main as well. PRX has to hold it safe. Something playing into the drop position. Jing now pushing out. Davai as well, but now Famous comes back in through Sands, where he finds Jing's head. No more Teho in play. Davai to duke it all out. 1-on-1.
It is planted for him.
No Arcros though. After shocked out. And NC Slasher trying to clear as much as possible. Goes in for the tap, the flash.
Oh, he's self-blinded!
He bounced off of it, and that's the entire map. How did that just happen? NC Slasher clutching out the round for Boom. The final scoreline, 13-9. This team wasn't even really supposed to be here, but here they are.
They have absolutely come